Okay, welcome everyone. We're at the Kever of Mul Almazan, the Baal Moznayim, the master of the scales. We don't know the name of this great personality. We just know he is at his eternal rest in this location. And this is a good way to conclude our trip. You know, we've been to the graves of many Kabbalists, many Gaonim, Gedolim, and you try to think, okay, how do I apply that to my own life? How does a Jew, how does any person elevate their neshama? You know, it's very interesting. The greatest man who ever lived, Moshe Rabbeinu, the first time before Hashem spoke to him at the burning bush, you would expect Moshe Rabbeinu is about to merit the greatest divine revelation of any individual in history. He must have done something very holy before to merit that. What did he do? You know, that's probably something we could learn from, to figure out what did Moshe Rabbeinu do right before the Almighty revealed himself in the highest Aspaklari Amir in the history of man. All we know is one piece of information. Moshe Rabbeinu took a sheep and he brought it out into the desert, says Rashi, so that they don't steal from other people's possessions. From here we learn a very important point, that in Judaism, holiness means don't take a penny that doesn't belong to you. Forget everything else. The foundational principle of Judaism is if you owe people money, pay them. If somebody has a claim on your money, don't go to sleep at night. You can't go to sleep at night if you owe someone money. If you have a worker, if somebody has a taina, monetary taina against you. If you're clean, if you're neki chapayim, then you're zoicha to miyala b'har Hashem. So that's the story of Reb Mul Alazan. There was once a great drought, and they came to the Rav, what should we do? And the Rav said, what are you coming to me? Go to this individual. So they came to the master of the scales, and they said, we're not sure why we're here, but the rabbi said we should come to you. So he had no choice. He took out his scales. He holds his scales. He says, Ribbon Shalom, if I owe anybody money, if I violated deceit, if I've ever used these scales intentionally or unintentionally to take even one penny that doesn't belong to me, reject my tefillah. But you and only you know that these scales have never been used to trick anyone, not only intentionally, but even b'shoigeg. Please Hashem, bring relief, bring rain to the Jewish people. Whereupon the blue Marrakesh skies, get the skies in. Look how blue they are. Look how blue they are, perfect. The blue Marrakesh skies turned cloudy and the rain fell in the merit of the honesty of this man. So if you want to know what could we learn from great Gedolei Yisrael, the most important lesson is don't owe people money. Don't take other people's money. You know, what did Rabbi Yisrael Salanter do at Erev Yom Kippur? We expect he was probably in the mikvah. No, you know what he did? He took a hammer and he went from shul to shul and he banged in nails. Why? Because if somebody sat down and their pants ripped from somebody's nail, then somebody's going to owe that guy money. And someone's not going to have kapar on Yom Kippur. So more important than the Malkus and the mikvah and all the holy activities that people do on Erev Yom Kippur is return money that doesn't belong to you. Don't damage somebody else. Don't double park. Don't change your name. Don't take money that doesn't belong to you. That's the highest form of holiness in Judaism. And don't let anybody convince you that they're other inyanim, segulais, and otherwise. The most important thing is make sure your bank account is clean. That's the highest form of holiness. If you want to be mispalel, this is a good makam to be mispalel. Rebbetzin Strasfeld says Kapitel Tesvav. Okay. I don't know if I know it by heart. What is that? Michdam LeDavid?
It's the one who says to go.
Mi ala b'har Hashem?
Yeah.